Hello from one of the most beautiful parks in Europe, compared often to Disney, and indeed the park that started this channel over a year ago. That is, of course, Efteling. I'm back here for 2 days. I missed a number of key attractions the last time. I didn't get on De Vliegende Hollander, I didn't get on Droomvlucht, and I didn't get on De Code. So I need to do those. I did want to get on Danse Macabre, but they're not opening that till Halloween, so I'm a bit early. My partner's first time, so this day one vlog will all be about rides, and we'll do a day two vlog all about the shows and the Fairy Tale Forest, and as always there will be a hints and tips video. So tons of content coming up. Make sure you are subscribed. Anyway, let's get into this park, see what it has to offer. I started the morning off there on Fata Morgana. An absolutely fantastic boat ride. Definitely gives Disney a run for its money. I mean, I guess you could argue that's their version of Pirates. I'm not getting into the who came first, because I know there's a lot of kind of like, this was built before Disney. Irrelevant. This place is stunning, the theming is spectacular, the details in that ride, the smells, just everything. I was just saying to my partner, because she's never been before, she's only got the UK parks and Disney as a comparison, and she's like, she basically said the UK needs to up their game. She's not wrong. You see parks like this, yeah, we have nothing like this back in the UK. So, cracking start to the morning on Fata Morgana. Operations on there are stunning. Like, you know, we waited maybe 15 minutes. Didn't feel like it though, because the queue's just constantly moving. So, happy days. Good start to the day. And I think we'll head over towards Max and Moritz.
Oh. Okay. Ah, sit fast.
Right, well, there's my first look at Danse Macabre. As I said at the start, it's not open until Halloween. I'm here, when am I here? 29th of August. So I'm like a month early. No, 2 months early. Anyway, looks fantastic. I would have loved to get on it, but not today. Instead, I'm going to go and fart on some whoopee cushions. Right, just went on Max and Moritz, the Max one, which is the blue one. I couldn't remember which one was the faster one. I think I chose the wrong one. I'm pretty sure Moritz is the one that goes faster. But it was a good laugh, and my missus was in stitches on the way around, so she obviously enjoyed it too. A little bit of mixed messaging in there though, because like, I've filmed in this park before. I've got the chest harness, and I had the GoPro on my wrist, and they were like, no, you can't do that. And then the sound saying you can't do any GoPros, but the woman was like, you can do it with a chest mount. So it says you can't film, but if you've got chest mount, you can. I'm curious if that's the same in the other rides, because when I was here last year, no issues with filming at all. I didn't have a wrist mount back then, so maybe that's the only issue, but we're heading round, I believe, towards Baron. I got a funny feeling my missus is going to sit this one out, but we'll see when we get round there. And yeah, take you along with her. Okay, so I've just done Baron Achenen, which Carly says she wasn't going to do. She did do single rider without me, and
Loved it.
well, I'm actually gobsmacked.
I even kept my eyes open.
Oh my god, she kept her eyes open. Wow. No, that is what Oblivion should have been. That is fantastic. It's just a much better layout. It's got a cracking story behind it. It's fantastic. So yeah. And the last time I did a POV on that, it was miserable weather. So managed to luck out with single rider and get front row. Happy days. What on earth is that? Like, they've redone this ride, they put all new track on it a few years ago. Did they not think of speeding up the chain? Like, that lift hill is comical, how slow it is. Right, well, there's the world's slowest lift hill done, Python. It's, do you know what? For its age, it's really. I mean, obviously they've retracked it, so it is ridiculously smooth. But it is, like Carly was saying, the loops are quite tight and quite intense. But the lift hill's the longest part because it's hilarious. The chain's going kind of quickly until the train actually connects with the chain, and then it just decides to slow down. So anyway, now to go and do Joris and de Draak. If you're Dutch and you're watching this, I apologise for butchering your language, but I am trying. So let's go, and I don't know what side we're doing, but let's go do it. That is one thing I do like. They don't have fast track here, but they have single rider on quite a lot of the rides, and they actually have a separate time to sort of give you an estimate of how long single rider is. In the case of this one, 20 minutes for single rider, or 15 minutes normally. Go figure. Red one again. Right, just did Joris and de Draak. The water side, that thing is absolutely mental. I'm pretty sure I've found Carly's preference. She seems to like wooden coasters. Every wooden coaster we go on, she comes off with a massive smile on her face. Thoroughly enjoyed that one. I did get a POV, including about 5 seconds where it filmed my belly because the camera flopped. But you know, this guy, the Vliegende Hollander, wasn't open the last time I was here, and everybody says it is spectacular. So I think that's where we're going to go next. Right, I've finally done it. Last time I was here, as I say, wasn't running. That is bloody brilliant. That is fantastic. It's the first water coaster I have done, so kind of hybrid. But the whole kind of theming inside, the queue line, like just everything, and then the bit at the end is just spectacular. Thoroughly recommend. What I don't recommend is leaving your sunglasses on your head like that, because when it starts to go up the lift hill, it stops. Mine nearly flew right off the back of my head. So anyway, I am starving, so I'm going to grab some food, and then we'll decide what is next. Right, okay, more praise for the park. So we grabbed the snack, literally just got a hot dog. There's multiple hot dog stands around the place. First of all, probably the tastiest hot dog I've ever had. They had really nice crispy bread rolls, which was fantastic. Second thing, Carly's vegetarian, and typically that means finding stuff is an absolute bloody nightmare. Not only did they sell vegan sausages, we didn't have to wait. So I fully expected it to be like, oh yeah, that's going to take 5 minutes, when you're going, no, they had vegan sausages just on standby. So another thumbs up to this park. And again, Carly reiterated that she's starting to prefer it over Disney, which I think a lot of people who haven't visited parks like this just assume Disney and Universal are the big boys and they know what they're doing. There are other parks out there that are fantastic.
Het paleis der fantasie.
Onto the palace of fantasy. No. Obey the rules. Denk aan de regels.
Transito, culto, fabulu. Trage treden, open nu!
Well, there's Symbolica done. I think it's the Treasures tour. It's the red one. Pretty sure it's the Treasures. It's insanely detailed. It is ridiculous. Fantastic. And now, I saw a vlog the other day talking about the pancakes place outside. So I'm going to have a look and see. Hold on. It's a decent selection. I think we'll need to give them a shot at some point to see what they're like. I will report back. Vogel Rok. That is a crazy ride. I mean, it's not extremely thrilling. It's in the dark though, so it makes it more thrilling than it would normally be. And they blind you at the start because they take your photo and then you can't see a thing. To be fair, you don't see anything until the end when you go through a giant snake's mouth. Anyway, we're next to Carnival Festival and it says 5 minutes. Not sure I believe them, but we'll go on it anyway and see what it's like. I mean, I've done it before, but we'll do it again. Carnival Festival, tick! But I don't know what to say about that. It's got a really nippy tune that's probably going to be stuck in my head for the rest of the day. So, you know, there's that. Listen, it's great. It's a nice slow attraction. All the different countries. I'm just happy because Scotland's represented, so, you know, happy days. I am, however, exhausted. We have been on the go since 3 AM. That's how early we had to get up to leave Edinburgh. It's now 4 PM. So I am going to go and get a drink, take a seat. Park is open till 9, so we've still got many hours ahead of us. If I don't recharge, I'm going to be sleeping in the vlog. So, let's take a breather. I've not made it to the snack yet. I got sidetracked by the pagode because it was only 5 minutes, and I think I said I missed it the last time I was here. So, cracking views. Quite impressed with Carly. I didn't realise until today that she doesn't like heights, and she did that, and she's done plenty of other things. So, hats off to her. But yeah, I am fading. So, I think we're going to go to that pancake. There you go. The pancakes, that place we saw earlier. We're going to go get a drink and share a pancake. And I'm going to have a snooze. Right, I can report back on those pancakes then. So I had the bacon and cheese. I don't think I've ever had a savoury pancake. It seemed like an odd concept to me. Worked reasonably well, but it was way more filling than I anticipated. I did not finish it. Carly had a sweet one, and I believe you enjoy yours? There we go. So the sweet one was decent as well.
Nice and thin.
They're nice and thin. Reasonably priced. What did you say it was?
35.
35 euros for two pancakes and 3 drinks. Because I'm thirsty and I had 2 drinks. But yeah, definitely nice. And if I've not already, I'll put a little video of the inside. We sat outside because it was nice and cool, but it's all kind of animated inside. It's kind of a little bit Harry Potter-esque with all the moving pans and pots and stuff. It's quite cool. So, oh, and if you get a dessert, an ice cream, they deliver it in a ladle, like a big tall ladle, and then the actual base of it, the sort of cup section, is where your ice cream is. So that's quite cool. Anyway, I am not staying till the end of the day because I'm gonna collapse. However, I do want to get on Drivlucht because I've never done it, Villa Volta, and then go back and do the other side of Joris and Draak and the other side of Max and Moritz. And then we'll be back tomorrow to do all the shows in the Fairy Tale Forest. So, see you at Drivlucht. Right, well there you go, I have finally experienced Drivlucht. Again, apologies if you're Dutch and I'm butchering your language. That is spectacular. I mean, this place really takes theming to a whole new level. Some of the stuff in there, like the room where there's like floating castle things. It's just, I mean, honestly this place makes Disney look pretty bad. Like, Disney's great, but these guys just take it to another level. Right, I think I'm going to go and do Villa Volta. Carly's going to sit this one out because she doesn't do these kind of rides. And yeah, I'll speak to you when I get off. Right, well there is Villa Volta done, the first Vekoma Madhouse. I mean, it's not the best Vekoma Madhouse. I would say the best one is still at Towers in Hex. Two criticisms I would have for that ride. The first one is that the pre-show is only in Dutch, which is fine, right? I mean, we're in the Netherlands, that makes a lot of sense. However, if you go on Barnachen, again, apologies, they put subtitles up. They've got screens that have it in English. That, not so much. So for 10 minutes, you're sitting there just waiting to go on the ride. Yeah, and I think the second criticism is just that there's loads of waiting between as well. Like, it just feels like the ride ops aren't quite efficient, which is weird because this park is typically really good. But another one done. Now I think I'm going to go and do the other side of Max and Moritz and the other side of Joris and de Draak. Probably the other way around because I think we're going in a circle around the park and exiting at Max and Moritz. But yeah, I'm exhausted. Right, next one. Right, well that's the other side of Joris and de Draak done, the red side. Obviously woodies get faster, well any coaster gets faster later in the day. That was bonkers. I did get a POV on that side, but they didn't let me wait for front row, and it seems for whatever reason there was people in the front 2 rows that were allowed to stay on and they were getting tickets. I don't know what was going on there. I was hoping to do a comparison of the 2 sides, but I guess I'll need to do it again tomorrow and hope that they let me on front row. Right, now to do the opposite one of Max and Moritz, which I think is Moritz, and then have a coffee and drive to my hotel and collapse for 14 hours. Because I'm exhausted. Right, I got sidetracked. I went and did the pirate ship, which that's one I'm not going to try and pronounce in Dutch. It's probably the easiest one and I'll screw it up. So it's called Half Moon. I thought it was the largest pirate ship in the world or in Europe. Apparently it was when it opened. I'm assuming there are no bigger ones. But it's a belter. Unless you're Carly and you get motion sick. So I don't know why she came on it. But she did it. She was in stitches at 2 people in front of us whose faces were just like... Bleh. So that was good. Right. I'm still going and I don't know how I'm still going. So we are going to go and do Moritz. I'm going to get coffee and then I am going to go back to that hotel and collapse like I said I would.
Als wij pad afloopt, laten we
Right, coffee in hand, and I've done the Moritz of Max and Moritz. Great coaster, it's been a fantastic day. I think we've got on everything. We didn't do the rapids and I didn't do some of the kids rides, but basically we've done all the rides. Tomorrow I am going to focus on shows. I need to find out about Caro though, because it says that it's €30, but I can't see how you buy tickets, so I'm going to ask on the way out. And we'll do the Fairy Tale Forest, and I'm sure I'll do some rewrites as well, so make sure you are subscribed for tomorrow's video. If you've enjoyed this one, hit that like button. I've been Chris, you've been watching Coaster Dad, and I shall see you tomorrow. Adios.